We will continue to look at the anchor to understand how it works. So I will begin by dragging this orange part and drop it here in the scene, and I will drag another one to drop it here in the center, and a third one to drop it here in the center of this one. Then we will paint them, so I come down here to Starter Catalog and I will drag Materials and drop it here on the first one, and I will paint it with this yellow color and drag the materials to the second and paint it with this red color, and I will drag it to the third one and I will paint it blue. Then I come over to the scene browser and I will change the names here. This one will have blue and this one red and then yellow. Like so. And then I go back to Engine Parts Catalog. If we now look at the anchors here, this blue part has an anchor, the red part has an anchor, and the yellow part has an anchor. So the anchor of this blue part has a magnet. It means that it's set to drag along surfaces. So I can grab this blue part now and drag it along surfaces here. And I can also drag it to the catalog and drop it here. So when I grab this blue part here in the catalog and drag it back, it will have the same orientation as the original blue part here in the scene. But if I want the blue part to be horizontal when I drag it from the catalog and drop it here onto the scene, I have to change the orientation and location of the anchor. So to do that, I will select the part and then turn on the tribal, and I will also select this axis, left click and hold and rotate and type 90. Then I turn off the tribal, select the anchor, turn on the tribal, select this axis and left click and hold and push to rotate the anchor in this direction and type 90 and hit enter. Then I turn off the tribal. So then I select the part and come over to the scene browser. I will change the name here, blue-horizontal. So now I can drag this blue horizontal part to this catalog, drop it there. So now when I drag it back and drop it on top of this blue part here, we will see now it is horizontal and it is placed here with the anchor in the center of this blue part. So I will remove this part, delete it, and I will change the location of this anchor here. So I will come up here on this side, select the anchor, turn on the tribal, then I'll right click on the center handle, choose the point, and I will select this point here and turn off the tribal. Then I go back to this camera position. Then I drag this blue part to the catalog, and then I will drag it back and drop it here in the center of this blue part, and now we see that it will be placed here with the anchor here at the bottom of this blue part and in the center of original blue part. So in this way you can change the location and the orientation of parts by adjusting the location and the orientation of the anchor. So I will delete these two. I delete that one and this one. And then we will select these three and copy them. So I will select in this order. I select the yellow one first, then shift select the red and the blue, and then I turn on the tribal, right click and hold and push, and copy, and OK. And then I will assemble these three, and I begin by selecting the red part first, and then shift select the blue and the yellow, right click and click Assemble. Then I come over to the scene browser, change the name here to assembly-1. So now if we look inside this assembly, we see that it is now in the same order as I selected them. I selected the red first, then I selected the blue and the yellow, but if we look in the scene, we see that it is in this order: yellow, red, blue. And there is a setting here in the options. In the assembly menu, we can check this box: keep part assembly order when creating assembly or copying them. So we check that box and click OK. So now we will assemble these three. So we make the same selection. We select the red first, then shift select the blue and the yellow, and then we right click, click Assemble, and change the name here to assembly-2 and hit enter. So now if we expand this assembly, we will see that now they have the same order as they have in the scene: yellow, red, blue. So that's an option if you want to have it that way, that it will keep the same order as it has in the scene. Even if you assemble them, and it doesn't matter how you select them, it will keep the same order as they have in the scene. So, but I will change back to what I had from the beginning. Come here to assembly, and I will uncheck that box, like so. Then I will select this assembly and delete it. So I will select this assembly, go to Properties, and here when this name is selected, I will copy the name and I will paste it here in description, and also add a part number 1, 2, 3, and hit enter. So now when this assembly has that information, I will drag this assembly to the catalog and drop it there. Then I'll make sure that nothing is selected, so I will deselect everything. Then I drag this assembly back to the scene and drop it here. And if we now look at the properties, we see that this new assembly has the same information as the first one, or the original one here in the scene. That means that if you add information to a part or an assembly and you store them in the catalog, it will keep that information, so you can reuse the part and the information by dragging back to the scene. So I will delete that assembly. Then I will select this assembly, and then I drag this assembly. When it is selected, I will drag it here and drop it in the scene. And I go to the scene browser. If we look here in the scene browser, we see that we have only one assembly, but we see two assemblies here in the scene. And that's because the first assembly here was selected when I dragged and dropped the second assembly. So this second assembly became a part of the first assembly. So if we expand this assembly here in the scene browser, we see that here we have the new assembly. So if I select this assembly again and drag a part and drop it here in the scene, that new part will also be a part of that first selected assembly. We see it has yellow edges. So if you have made that mistake and you see that you have dragged parts and added them to the scene, and you had an assembly selected and you didn't want that, so how can you solve that problem? Do you have to delete all the new parts and drag them again? Well, you can come over to the scene browser. So this is how you can solve that problem. You can left click and drag the part that you want to move outside the selected assembly. Left click and drag it to the top and drop it here. So now it will be placed outside the assembly. And you can do that with the other as well. Drag it and drop it here at the top. So now these two have been moved outside the selected assembly. In this way you can solve that kind of problem, if it is a problem. So I will select all these and delete them, And then I will come over here and I will select these parts and also shift select that one, right click, and I will create group, and I will change the name here of this group to parts, and then we will continue in the next video.